New York Knicks.
We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Well, just like that, look who's back in the mix. Straight out of New York City, it's the red hot Knicks, and nothing's gonna stop us from hanging a banner. Not the Hawks, Heat.
Yeah. Feel like I'm in the fucking spot. My little drink. I'm gonna drink and my two-step. It's on.
It on.
Yo, welcome back to Drunk Sports Talk, New York's new #1 sports talk show out on these internet streets. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you hanging here with us, and we are greatly appreciative of that. Allow me to reintroduce myself. It's your boy Cash, and I got my brother at television. My main man Q is still on vacation, but he will be back end of the week, so we'll catch up with him on some Giants Jets shit Sunday or Monday whenever we get back on. But tonight, this is the New York Knicks Atlanta Hawks post game reaction. New York Knicks defeat the Atlanta Hawks 126-120 in Atlanta. In a nail biter, to say the least. Coming off a Celtics loss, this was a needed win. Obviously it's not a must win. It's the second game of the season, but we want to see. We want to be able to kind of weigh and see where the Knicks what you guys been doing all summer, man. We'll give you the L to the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? Celtics, I think, is a better team than the Knicks, even though the Knicks did make it respectable and they were in winning distance of the Celtics towards them down the stretch of that Celtics game. But tonight, we know Knicks are a better team than Atlanta, I believe, fundamentally, roster-wise, talent-wise. So I fully expected them to go in Atlanta with a win. I thought they were going to blow the doors off Atlanta. It was a little bit closer than we thought.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the, listen, I always kind of like to take out, like last game I said, the story of this game to me was the free throws, right? I would say the story of this game was defense, man. Somewhat, but in spots though. I don't want to get crazy because there were some defensive lapses, but there were some really good things they did defensively. Grimes, what I noticed, I'm going to start with Grimes first, and then I want to ask your overall thoughts on the game. Okay. Grimes, I thought he played phenomenal defense on your boy Trae Young. You know what I'm saying? Trae Young, the new Reggie Miller for the Knicks, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Even though
great analogy,
right? It's really not a super rivalry yet, but it's after that playoff loss a couple of years ago, that playoff series loss, he's to me he's like the new Trae Young. But nevertheless, Grimes put the straps on Trae Young tonight. Let's keep it real, man. When I noticed about him, I noticed this early from the first quarter. They had Grimes on Trae Young, and they had Brunson on Murray. You saw Grimes moving his feet very well.
Oh, yes.
He moves his feet very well defensively, man. He stays on his feet, doesn't fall for the fakes, doesn't fall for the hezzies, cuts off the passing lanes extremely well, cut off Trae Young's dribble a lot, didn't let him catch him off balance with that cross that Trae likes to catch you off balance and then shift his weight on you.
Yes.
Grimes wasn't going for that. Grimes played phenomenal defense, man. Closed out on jump shots. And then, so shout out to him. And then the other thing defensively I thought was amazing. And we just talked about him the other day. And I know I said I'd drive him to the airport myself, man. But I got to give props where props is due, man. Mitchell Robinson had a great game defensively, man. Yes. Trae Young and Clint Capella, they're notorious for that Karl Malone, John Stockton, pick and roll and alley-oop at the rim shit. Mitchell Robinson wasn't having that shit tonight, man.
Not in my zone.
You're not yet. No.
No.
My daughter went to throw away a piece of paper. I just slapped that shit out the thing. I was like, not in my house.
Not in my house.
But I mean, there was a barrage of things, man. Nick shooting the three ball very well tonight. Particularly Brunson. I think he's a career high in threes made, right?
Oh yeah, man. He was 8 for 12 in threes. Yeah, boy, I'll take that.
I was watching Brunson and Randall very closely, and Randall didn't have as good of a game as I was hoping for scoring wise, but he did some other things very well. Assisted, rebounded. He didn't force it. I thought that was very mature of him. You know what I'm saying? In the past, he tried to force the ball even when he doesn't have it going. But I was particularly looking at Brunson, man. Brunson didn't have a great game against the Celtics shooting wise the other night. Had good looks like we talked about the other night. Shots weren't falling. Tonight, that's not the case. He came out aggressive. He came out poised. Yeah, like you said, career high in threes. I thought he controlled the game very well. I thought when he needed to pass, he passed it. When he needed to get buckets for the Knicks and be the primary scorer, he has a great sense of that. You know what I'm saying? He comes out, he tries to get. He almost kind of reminds me of LeBron a little bit. Like, you know, obviously doesn't have the skill set of LeBron, but he comes out and try to get the guys involved, and he can kind of feel, you know what, some of these guys are off, or they need to get some buckets, and then he switches scoring mode. So I was very impressed. There's a lot of things going on. I want to talk more about RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett had a phenomenal game.
Oh yeah.
But and shout out to RJ Barrett. If he keeps playing like this, then I might have to delete that fucking that Joel Embiid take that I said the other day. But it's still early. But shout out, RJ Barrett had a really good game. What did you see tonight?
All right, I'm gonna pick up where you left off.
Yeah.
I was looking at RJ. RJ played a phenomenal game one, a home opener, and then now the first game on the road against Atlanta. He second straight game he starts hot. Had 20 plus both games. He had 26, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Randall, like you were saying, Randall didn't start off very well, but like you said as well, he didn't force. He went 4 for 10, 3 for 7 for 3, but he almost had a triple double again. He slowed up the game. He had 16, 11, and 9. One assist shy from getting a triple double. Grimes, like you said, Grimes came in hot from 3 in the first half. Him and Vincenzo, they were supreme caliente. In that first half. You know what I mean?
Vincenzo had a pretty good game.
He had a breakout game, compared to the first game. He didn't make nothing.
Absolutely. What did he do? Let me look at it.
He had 16, 2, and 1, and he was 3 for 5 from 3 and
Not
6
bad.
for 10 from the field. You know
Not
what I
bad.
mean?
Not
Grimes, like you mentioned, Grimes put the locks on Trey. Trey overall had 18 points,
Facts.
but he only had 5 in the first half. You know what I mean? That was very big.
Phenomenal job by Grimes.
Yeah,
I love
exactly. Yeah, and then Murray only had 8 points, 8, 4, and 2 in the first half. So phenomenal job from Brunson as well, locking him down. In the first half, Knicks had 17 assists. That was like a big thing for me. They ended the game with how many assists? 30 assists altogether. You know what I mean? The thing that got me a little worried, because in the second half you see the Hawks, climbing back, was the Knicks turnovers. The Knicks got a little lackadaisical on passing the ball. A lot of stupid passes, and even on the inbounding, they had a lot of flops on the inbound. Simple pass. I was like,
down that stretch was
But between Vincenzo and Hartenstein, I was like, oh, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Like, you know what I mean?
And Brunson had 2 huge turnovers, man.
Exactly.
You saw down, and not to cut you off, down the stretch of the fourth, Knicks up by 4 in the fourth game. Game hanging in the balance. That Brunson passed to Grimes in the corner.
Yeah, he threw it away.
He throws it away, but then Grimes fouls Trey Young, a rookie move. Right? Trey stops the clock and goes to the line as a move for someone inexperienced. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then Trey hits the 2 free throws, and then Brunson gets the ball out of bounds and turns the ball, throws a midcourt pass, and then turns it over again. And Brunson doesn't do turnovers, man. So it's just, it's an outlier, so to speak, but that was careless basketball in the fourth.
Yeah, man. But like a lot of things, like, the Knicks did good and bad in a lot of things. Like Randall and RJ tonight, they both came in with the court vision. Like I haven't seen a game like this from them two in a while. That both of them were just assisting. Whatever wasn't falling, they weren't forcing it. That was very big, and especially because Brunson had the hot hand. He was 11 for 12.
Brunson was on fire.
He made 8 3-pointers. Finished 31, 3, and 5. That was awesome. He had 14 in the first half.
He was 11 for 21 from the field, 8 for 12,
21,
31 points. He was his plus minus was a plus 13 when he was on the floor.
You know what I mean?
Mitchell Robinson was a plus 11. Randall was even a plus 7, like you said. 10 boards. I mean, 12 boards, 10 defensive rebounds, 6 for 8 from the free throws. He had a couple of clutch free throws down the stretch. He did miss one. 3 for 7 from the field, but Randall, I'm looking for Randall to and I'm hard on him. And like we said last week, we've become, throughout the duration of the show, we've become Randall has grown on us. We've become Randall supporters. We started
Yes.
out kind of, on him a little something, tearing him
Mhm.
apart, but that's 2 games in a row, right? And I don't know if his rhythms or I don't know what's going on, but he doesn't look the same. He's trying to go down on the block,
Mhm.
back his opponent, and he looks off. Like I know he's rebounding very well, which is obviously a big part of the game.
Yes,
And
sir.
he's dishing the ball. His court vision is great. He's making the
Mhm.
right passes, but we need Randall to put the ball in the bucket, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What do you think's
Mhm.
going on with Julius, man, right now?
To be honest, I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe the rumors and all that's swirling around. Maybe that's getting to him. You know what I mean? Because he has dedicated himself the past 4 seasons to New York already. And the thing is, I agree. Like he does look off these first 2 games because he was saying, coming into the the end of the off season when they were doing their rounds, coming back to the facility and practicing together. He was saying this year was going to be, a big transitional year for him. That he was going to come in locked in. You know what I mean? And scoring wise, he hasn't. But I like we were both saying, I do appreciate that he's picking up the slack in other arenas, the rebounding, the passing. He's not forcing it. One thing I do say that the Knicks need to work as a whole is their transition defense. They sucked at it last year.
Great point.
Last game, and this game, it's like, guys, you still haven't worked that out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You have to work out those kinks on that transition D because look at this team. They played a team that they have no good defense. The Hawks don't have no good defense dating from last year. You know what I mean? And you have to take advantage of that. You know what I mean? Especially when you have a guy like Mitch. Mitch had a beast of a first half defensively, but the overall sometimes the Knicks were letting there were points of the game that the Knicks would get a good 3-point shot or a good layup, a dunk, whatever, a great assist, and then not go back on transition D. The Hawks will come right back down and score an easy layup, an easy dunk. You know what I mean? I'm like,
absolutely,
guys, what are we doing here?
Yes, and it is a problem.
Yeah, that's a big problem, especially if, like I said, we doing this against Atlanta. Imagine the big Dundadas that are gonna come in, like you were saying last week, some of those Western Conference teams, some of the top East teams that we already know that's gonna be established throughout the season. So that's something they need to work out.
I think. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
I just gonna say I think like like you said, the big Dundadas. I don't think Atlanta's a very good team. Go ahead. You know what I mean?
One thing the Knicks kind of got me a little bit upset about because they went into halftime with only 6 turnovers to Atlanta's 9, and then we end up with more turnovers than them at the end of the game because all the fumbling that we're doing. We ended with 16 to their 14, and we had more steals and stuff like that, and more assists. And more offense. This is a second straight game we have. We beat the other team to offensive rebounds and total rebounds too, which I'm liking. I'm liking that because the Knicks were always horrendous at offensive rebound. Only Mitch was that dude. Now it's a team as a whole. They coming in, offense. So I'm liking a lot. But there's still a lot of kinks the Knicks need to fix. One, going back, is that transition D. They need to fucking fix that.
2 games in a row they shot. I want to say they shot over 40% from 3-point. From the 3, man, which is very very encouraging. The spacing looks a little bit better this year.
Yes.
Right. Absolutely right. Transition. Like I said in the beginning of the show, there were some great there were some great things they did on defense individually, but then there were some lapses that they had. You know what I'm saying? Like you said in transition, phenomenal point. I was gonna say transition defense has to improve. Tibbs has to address that. You know what I mean? They got to get back. They got to get back on D, man. They can't give these guys all these easy layups, and guys are basically basket hanging. You know what I'm saying? Cherry picking out this joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that gets another team going. When the team is down and you getting easy buckets like that, that gets the other team hype, gets the other team going, and that kind of depletes our morale. Like, damn, like who's not playing D? Everybody start pointing fingers because I saw in key moments of the game some finger pointing. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's not the time to do that, guys. Just get back on defense, bro. Just get back on defense. You know what I mean? What's crazy though? A little sad boy. One stat that I saw, they said that they were talking about that Brunson is the first point guard since 2008, 2009 to start back-to-back season openers.
Yes, and I heard who it was. Chris
Duhon, bro.
Oh my god,
Duhon.
That fucked me up. That stat.
Yo, and I saw the list of point guards, and I'm like, thank God we finally got a point guard. Thank God
let's pull up the what last and how many years? Let's say
it was 2008, 2009, 2008 season, 2009. I saw names that I'm like, Those dudes don't even play in the A. Oh, I don't even remember those guys. We had what? Prigioni, Felton, Duhan, Walker, Nilakina, Trier, Ramon Sessions. It
Oh
was
my God,
so
Ramon
many.
Sessions. Good
Yeah,
Lord. Where they
it
dig
was
that? Where they dig his body up from? Jesus
exactly.
Christ.
Baron Davis. It's just so many names on that list. I
Jeremy
was like,
Lin, Raymond
Jeremy Lin.
Felton.
It was so many names. I was like, are you kidding
That's
me? This is the first time
crazy.
in
I'm trying to
over
see who else.
12, 13, 15 plus years that we don't
That's
have a back to.
insane.
That's crazy. That's how, and that's reason why I bring that up, because you could tell Brunson's a stud. So that game one dud he had, he ain't gonna be like that. But the rest of the guys need to step up. RJ, like I'm saying, I'm praising RJ. It's only 2 games.
Kidd.
Jason, I forgot about Jason Kidd that 1 year. I went out and bought his shirt.
He had a great year that year though. He had a great.
He did. Yo,
you could tell
his presence.
You can tell a point, like just a baller, a point guard, a true point guard, because he came in and he was on the downside of his career, but he controlled that team. They had a good year. That was the year they went to the playoffs. They lost to Indiana, right? In the second round,
Indiana.
I believe.
Yep. That they were saying they would go to Eastern Conference Finals. Oh, another point
guard. How is it taking the Knicks this long to get a point guard, man? Like the continuity and the floor generalship and the stability. I mean, it's imperative, and it's. I don't have enough adjectives to throw at it to describe to everybody how important it is to have a great point guard. So I definitely feel blessed we got Brunson, and now it looks like we stole him, right? But go ahead, you know what I'm saying?
Steal of the fucking draft, but that's how I had to bring that up, because that was astonishing to me. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy, and I just threw Mike Bibby's name out there. I forgot Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby. Gee,
it was so crazy. Even Penny Hardaway, all these guys at
Penny
one point.
Hardaway, good God, man.
I saw that list and I was like, damn! Out of all people, Chris Duna, I picked. When they brought up that stat, I thought it was Raymond Felton, but it wasn't. It
Carter.
Anthony Carter. Oh my!
Brandon Jennings.
I forgot about him.
Shane Larkin, Jesus.
Shane Larkin, Derrick Rose. Like that list was insane.
Moochie Norris, Jared. Wait, we had Jared Jack?
Yeah. And that year he played pretty good with us.
Yeah, we did have Jared Jack. Yeah,
he was number 55. He was
Jose Calderon. Tony Douglas, Barron. We had Barron. We had all these ballers at the end of the. We had Jason. Think about this: Jason Kidd, Baron Davis, Anthony Hardaway,
even Prigioni. Prigioni was an old point guard when he came to the Knicks.
Right, but all these guys I'm mentioning were all stars in their day, and then come to the Knicks, broke Mike Bibby, come down come in and break the fuck down.
Jared Jack. Jared Jack used to be a Nick killer when I forgot what team he was on,
Golden
and he
State?
was Golden State. He was a Nick killer. And all of a sudden, boom, he came to the Knicks and had a decent year, and then his back broke. Look at Diddy. Diddy, Baron Davis had a great year, and then in the playoffs, what happened?
Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey, oh my God, I forgot we had Big Shot Billups in that.
Bro, we had all these dudes. We had all these big time guys. You know what I'm saying? Like Frank Ntilikina, they're not big time.
Oh my
I'm saying
God.
those couple of guys that I named, big time players, but came here,
past their prime.
Way past that fucking prime, man. So shout out to fucking Brunson, man. What a fucking trade. Shout out to Leon Rose, man. That might be the trade of the last 5 fucking years, man. I'll be honest.
Hell yeah. He deserves some gunshots.
Should I give Leon Rose a couple? Should I take him to Flatbush Ave and lick a shot?
Word, yo. Eastern Parkway.
Take him to Eastern Parkway. Hold on, here we go. This is for fucking Leon Rose. Let's go.
Yeah, I love it.
Word up. Word is going, man.
Yeah, man, but it was a good game. You could tell that the Knicks are gonna have a good year. They just need to work out on these kinks that we saying. Transition D, make sure Randall gets on point on his scoring. But I love Brunson tonight. I gotta reiterate that. And Barrett,
Brunson, hell of a game. Brother.
And Barrett, I've been killing Barrett. I went to Barrett. I went to see Barrett when he got drafted by the Knicks.
Too.
You know what I mean?
I've
been killing him, and he's been shutting me up the way his play has been developing.
There's these 2 games he has, and I want him to be so good because he was the 3rd pick. He came from Duke. He rocked with Zion. He says all the right things. He does all the right things. He works hard. He's a good kid. I don't dislike Barrett. I fucks with Barrett.
Yes,
but certain spots he just doesn't show up in, man, or his game hasn't like this year might be the year, man. He might, you know, he's a career. What is he? Career 20-point scorer, something for that.
20. 2 years ago was 20.5. Last year was 19.6. So yeah,
all
20.
Right. I say 20. And this year he's averaging what, about 24, 25, something like that.
Right
in the first
now.
Game. If he could stay at 25, right? He had a beautiful move in the first quarter. He came down, little hezzy, took this dude to the rim. I was like,
yep.
Here we go. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. I want him to make me look bad because I was ready to ship him out of town. And listen, listen, I don't want to get too high. I don't want to get too low. It's too
exactly.
You know
it's only 2 games.
You know what I mean? But you know, listen. But so far, I like it, man. He's shooting the ball decently. He's playing decent defense. He's going to the rack. He's going to the rack aggressively. He needs to be aggressive. Like I look at him and be like, yo, where's the dog in you, dog? You know what I'm saying? Say what you want about Julius. Julius, you know, Julius has limitations offensively. But Julius has dog in him. I think RJ has less limitations offensively and has more tools as a basketball player. But he doesn't have that dog in him. But I think he might be getting it. You know what I mean? It's also that facial expression. He always has that stoic.
The meaning, like he just looks at you like, what up, homie? Like, you know, like, what up?
I want to see the heart, the pounding on the chest, the dog.
Like he was in high school.
You know,
you ever seen him in high school and college? He used to do that in high school and college.
I seen him in college. I never seen him in high school, but I seen him in college, man. But
one thing I do say that he's been working on the last 2 games, and hopefully he stays consistent, like you saying. And this is, you've been calling him out since I met you. You've been calling him out about this. Is his shooting. He only missed 6 shots tonight, 9 out of 15. That was really good. That was really good. I was like, okay, RJ, he's picking and popping. He's picking his spots. Right now. You know what I mean? I love that. I really love that. My man Hartenstein. Hartenstein. You know what I mean? He's out there, you know, doing his thing. You know,
I'm fucking with Hartenstein, man.
Yeah, like, man, he's a great backup, bro. Great backup, great court vision.
Yeah, great court vision.
He only had 1 assist, but still.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got that.
Like, I'm a white boy, but he ain't gonna fuck with me.
Yeah, and he's got that intangible heart of the, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's like low key, like the heart of the team almost. You know what I'm saying? I don't know this for a fact, but that's just what I see looking at. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all kind of like on some. You know, like Mitchell Robinson looks like a big baby almost. You know what I'm saying? He's you know what I mean? Like, and he had a great game tonight. Shout out to Mitchell Robinson. But Hartenstein has that grit, that grime, that little antagonistic.
Yeah, that real New York, that fuck out of here. Yeah, fuck out of here. That's what we need, man.
Give you a little elbow when you're not looking like, type shit. You know what I'm saying? On the subway, you know what I'm saying? Fucking D-check you real quick.
But, I love that, man.
I like that, and that's what we need. We need a bad guy. We need a guy who's gonna do the fucking dirty work. He's definitely that dude. That dude.
Coming off the bench. Hart had a quiet game. I'm very big on Hart, and we kind of won that trade last year with Hart. But Hart had a quiet last 2 games. He's not having the impact. I know it's still early. It's only 2 games. Let me pump the brakes. But you know, I just want him to get going because we need a guy like him to get going, especially because he's going to be playing a lot of the power forward position, quote unquote. You know, he's undersized on the power forward, so he got to come in and play his game. He only had 4 and 3. You know what I mean? And he's a guy that gets you like 10 and 7, or not. If he gets you 8 points, he'll get you like 11 rebounds. And he's been kind of off lately. But you know, quickly had a horrible game after a beautiful game 1. Quickly had a horrible game. He still had 11, 6 and 6. You know, but he was 4 for 14, 1 for 9 for 3. He was just chucking like he was just trying to shoot his way out the slump. And I'm like, quickly, the game is the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter. What are you doing? Like, you know, I got scared because the Knicks allowed they allowed the Hawks to have 31 points in that 3rd quarter. You know, the 3rd quarter, they always say the 3rd quarter is the quarter that you need to win. To try to win the whole game. That's what they always been saying for years. So, you know, I've sometimes I follow that mandate. So I was like, oh shit, don't tell me these motherfuckers is gonna fucking lose this game. And another thing, I'm sorry I'm talking too much, but
no, do your thing.
I love that the Knicks started hot from 3. They only missed 10 threes. They was 10 for 20 from threes in the first half, you know, and they made 20 in total. And when, like you said earlier, they were 45%. That's like back-to-back games, they are over 40. So that's a good sign for a team that was never good in threes. Now we draining them. Yo, it's only up for this team, man. It's only up. I know it's early, but it's only up. And we play the Pelicans next, so that's a little uphill climb right there.
Pelicans up next.
Yeah, and they play us good. The Pelicans always play us good, and I think Zion playing too. So
I'm interested. I haven't seen Zion play this year. Has Zion played this year yet?
To be honest, I haven't seen the last time I focused on Zion or I seen Zion play a full season was in college, man. So
I'll tell you who I did see this year.
Who? Oh, Dame time. Yo, 39 in his debut. That was beautiful, man.
But this is what I was saying the other day. Right? Chris Middleton's shots are going to go down this year, right?
Yeah.
It's just the nature of the business, right?
Yes.
He's going to have to be to make that sacrifice. He is the Chris Bosh of the fucking Milwaukee Bucks. He's the Lamar Odom of the Milwaukee Bucks. Good player, star, all-star, not superstar. You know what I'm saying? Really good, really good player.
Yes.
But Dame is gonna gotta get his shots. Giannis got to get his shots. Chris Middleton's gonna suffer. But here's what I'm saying: if he maintains and keeps his head, Milwaukee's gonna be really good. Like I said, we keep saying this is the theme of the night. I know it's only 2 games, but if that's any indication of how they're gonna look, and Dame said that he was like kind of rusty. Did you hear what he said after the game? He was like, I was a little bit out of shape. I haven't been. What? They could drop 39 nuggets on you.
He was having a fun summer. You know what I mean? The only thing I'll say about that game, the Milwaukee and Philly game, was that their defense didn't held up because Philly almost came back and won that game. Like they were up mostly all game by I think the most was 15, and Philly almost came back and won that game. Maxey had an incredible game.
But look at that guard, and shout out to my son Ray. I had a little argument with him today on over the phone. It was very minor. We it was very.
That's the son that agreed with me. Shout out to him. Shout out to Ray.
He was like, yo, he texted this morning. Yo, Ed fucking with Ed talking the shit I'm talking because he said the same shit you said yesterday. He didn't watch the podcast, but and then he was telling me I'm old. I have an old way of thinking and all this crazy shit. Shout out to Ray. That's my
salute, Ray. Salute.
But he then what was my point though? Oh no, we were talking. Like we were saying, I was saying to you the other night, and I don't want to get too much in this, but I don't disagree with that. You're taking your philosophy on it. I get the depth, I get developing young players. I know the importance of that. I also know that this is a league that superstars win in. You don't win without a fucking superstar. So where's the balance, right? Where's the trade-off, right? Just assessing the Knicks tonight, I looked at Milwaukee playing Sixers the other night, right? I looked at LeBron and Phoenix getting it in.
Let me squeeze this in.
Yeah.
I was watching that Phoenix.
That's a pause. Let me squeeze this in.
Oh damn! Y'all don't be catching myself sometimes, but I drink it, yo. But let me give this take on that. This was the first time LeBron and KD played each other in 5 years, right?
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy. All right,
18,
I'm sorry.
right? Since 18, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. So, like you were saying, I just had to throw that in there.
No, absolutely. My point was watching Dame and watching Greek Freak, and then looking at Embiid, and now Tyrese Maxey was getting his shit off the other day. I think Daryl Morey don't give a get this bum James Harden out of here, man. Like you're not gonna give him up for nothing, but fuck James Harden and his bullshit. Like, just go somewhere. You like you said earlier on the thread. He's washed. Get him out of here. He's always trying to push it. He's become this annoying, selfish. And I'm never usually the guy who talks shit about the players, calling them selfish. I'm all for. I like player empowerment. The owners getting their money. Go get your money. Go dictate your terms. I get all that, but enough with him already. You know what I'm saying?
He's taking it to a different extreme.
Yeah, enough with this shit already. You look like a coward. You look like a quitter. But I think Tyrese Maxey is going to be amazing. But I'm saying the guard big man dynamic. I don't see that with us. Now I know we beat the Hawks. The Hawks ain't the Sixers. The Hawks ain't none of the big dogs in the East. I still think we're a playoff team, but I don't see the breakthrough on this team, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if RJ averages 25, and let's say Julius will straighten himself out at some point. Let's say he averages 25, and Brunson averages 22, 23, maybe 25, right? Those are really good numbers, and it's all, it's going to be all evenly distributed, shot wise.
Yes,
but I don't see playoff time. I don't see that dude just being able to give me the rock down low. Let me bring us home. I don't see that dude on here. Brunson is that guy. Don't get me wrong. But you can't do it by yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
The only way I could see that is like how you were saying already. What for the last 30 minutes? If RJ could be consistent like he has been these 2 games. Again, there's only been 2 games,
and he has to be more of a dog.
Yeah, he's gonna have to want it. No homo. He's gonna have to want it. Like like I'm gonna get this bucket.
I want to see some technical fouls. I want to see. I want to see him stir shit up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wish
New York, dog. This is different out here, brother.
Yeah, get in the dude's face. Like you remember how Starks and X-Man and Oakley and those used to get in people's faces. Like even Enes Kanter, when Enes Kanter played for New York, he would get in people's faces. Even Hartenstein, you know what I mean? Like you gotta get in these dudes' faces, show that you ain't scared, that you ain't no punk bitch out here. It's New York.
Yeah, it's New York. Yeah. You gotta wear the attitude of the city on your sleeve, brother.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Brunson has that.
Yeah, keep all that nice shit in Canada. You know what I mean? You in the United States, you in New York. Be rough, rugged, and raw. That's the way we like it. Pause.
Absolutely, you know? Absolutely. That's a super pause. Knicks defeat Atlanta Hawks 126-120. First win of the season. Knicks is a great road team last year. They continue to be a good fucking road team.
Yes, sir.
Listen, all my people who watch the show, shout out to everyone who watch the show. Me and Ed talk about it all the time. All the Ed's people, all of my people, all the people we don't know, but we want to get to know. Listen, I'm not shitting on the Knicks. I love the Knicks. I believe they're a really good team. I think we need a number one, man. Or number, I think we need a number one, man. You know
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah,
I agree with
you.
I
don't know where it's gonna come from.
Yep. And now you said it early in the thread. I know we had the little debate about Embiid coming to the Knicks, but now if they trade Harden and they get some good pieces back for Harden and Maxey becomes that guy. I mean, I don't see Embiid going nowhere, to be honest, you know, because and you know how crazy the world works. Harden actually put that out there in the universe. I don't know if you believe about manifestation or whatever.
Of course.
But you know, he kind of manifested in saying, "Yo, Maxey's gonna be that guy for the Sixers." Because you remember when he first joined the Sixers last year, he was pumping him up. He's like, "Yo, I like this guy. I like no homo." I see him pumping him up. He was like, you know, he was
Joe Button him, pump it up.
Yo, pump it up. But he was giving the kids a lot of kudos. He was propping them up, you know. Oh my God, I gotta stop. He was like, you know, elevating them, like, you know what I'm saying, like saying that his game is gonna be the game to watch for the Sixers. And you see it now that this could be the year that Maxey's like, yo, I'm that guy. You know, it's Maxey time. You know, because I like that kid, man. I like the way he balls.
I like them from the first moment I saw him in the pros. Yeah, even in Kentucky, but when he got in the, you know, because the whole thing is you see a lot of dudes that ball out in college.
Yeah.
But can you make the transition to the pros? Not everyone can. He came in.
True that.
He has dog in him.
Yes.
Tyree.
Yes.
And there's something about like pause. So that might be a pause. He has some dog.
No.
That's not a pause, right? So there's something about that, man. It's just I don't think you can't teach that. It's just something you have or you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But shout out, and yo, listen, man. Before we get out of here, man, you've been watching the Knicks Drunk Sports Talk, Knicks Atlanta Hawks post-game reaction from your boy Ed Television and your boy Cash. Shout out to my man Q. He's somewhere in the jungle in El Salvador drinking coconut out of a fucking Ziploc bag somewhere. And
word,
shit. You know what I'm saying?
I gave him a shout out and I did it last week, but I ain't gonna do it this week. I love you, Q, but not this week. I ain't drinking out of a Ziploc. I'm drinking out of the bottle this week.
Facts. But I just want to say this before we get out of here. Jalen Brunson, man, I can't get over it. I'm gushing, waxing poetically over Jalen Brunson. Now, I can't help to think 2 years ago, if we had him against Atlanta.
Waxing poetically?
That's a pause.
I'm waxing poetically.
Yeah, that's a pause. That's a big pause. Pause though. That was bad. But now I can't help to think about 2 years ago if we
my bad.
As a super pause. Yeah, you know what it is? I play this pause game with everybody in my whole everybody in my life, even my son, my boy at work, I can't say shit. I can't say shit no more. I'll be ready to say pause to my boss. Anyway, if we had him 2 years ago, we were still inexperienced, man. But yo, he bust Trae Young's ass tonight, man. Like,
man.
I ain't worried about nothing, nigga. I ain't worried about nothing. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Ain't worried about I ain't worried about I ain't worried like before, like Milikina, getting his ass whooped on that last play against fucking Trae Young. I'm not worried about that shit, bro. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about nothing with Trae Young on the point guard. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
I feel sturdy. He feels sturdy out in these New York streets.
Word up. Ain't no more burr. It's more like, yo, you out here. You gonna feel the heat, dog.
Yeah,
you gonna feel the heat.
We outside with it. We sturdy out here in these streets of Brunson. So that's a beautiful thing. Let's get let's get RJ. Let's get there. You know what I'm saying? Mitch, you're doing good. You know what I'm saying? Mitch doing good defense. But Mitch always been a threat defensively. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. It's his offensive game. It's his
offensive game that, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully, and Thibodeau looks, I'm watching him. He's making some good moves. He's making some schematically. He's doing well. He's gonna straighten it out on Tibbs is a hard ass sports. He's gonna straighten that transition shit out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too worried about that, but we got to straighten it out before we go against some of these teams that run and gun you to death. You know what I'm saying?
You're right, man. That's the thing that scares me, especially like those teams like we were saying earlier that just get it in transition. Like there's teams that just go run and gun on you and they will kill you from the get, and then slow it up on you on a half court thing. And then what are you gonna do? You can't come back after they killed you. You're tired as hell. Like you know what I mean? Like so that's the number one thing I'm gonna preach for the Knicks this year. Transition D. They can't do the same shit they did last year. And this year they undersized too. They gotta step their game up.
If you want to keep seeing Knicks game post game reaction from us, make sure you hit the like. You make sure you hit the fucking subscribe. We're not getting love. We're back. We were getting love for a little bit, but now we're not getting the love is slowed down, man. I see the views, but the subs ain't matching the views, man. Let's go, man. Leave some comments down there. Tell us what you like, you don't like. Tell us what you want to see, what you don't want to see. I kind of like this. I like this. I love doing the podcast, but I kind of like doing the post game reaction. It's kind of dope, man. It's kind of a different look, different feel. You know, fresh. So fresh, you know what I'm saying. So we're still gonna keep doing the podcast. We're gonna talk Giants. We're gonna talk everything New York, everything sports. But definitely leave a comment. And if I start seeing some more subs, I will open up the phone lines. I promise.
There you go. I
will open up the phone lines. So after every Knicks game, we can just have you guys call in and express what you want to express, man. But we gotta see some more results.
Word up. And we ain't sensitive out here. If y'all call and y'all disagree, that's what we like to hear. We want to hear. Even us between amongst us, we disagree all the time.
I'm no expert.
But at the end of the day, it's just one common thing. We all got love for our Knicks. We all got love for our team. That's the most important thing. We all want us to win. It's just all of us have different opinions on how we want to win and what we need to win. But at the end of the day, it's just one common thing is that we want to win. Because I know the day that the Knicks win, we all gonna be at that celebration, man. 100%. I think that's gonna be the biggest celebration ever if the Knicks New York Knicks win the championship. Like I think it's gonna break records, bro.
It will be up.
It's gonna break records because we are
the New York Knicks
to come back just for that one day. I don't know if you remember the Giants parade when they beat the Patriots the first time. I never seen so much people in my life.
Crazy.
Not even at the Yankee ticker tape parades. When the Giants beat the Patriots the first time.
In the Canyon, the Canyon of Heroes down all the way downtown?
Yo, I called the ill anxiety because I saw so many bad people, but I loved it, bro. That's what we need again. We need that.
Facts, man. Shout out to the New York Knicks. I'm pumped. I love football. I love the Giants, but something about when the Knicks, when this is a great time of year, and we about to get out of here, man. We gave you all a decent amount of content for tonight, but something about this time of the fucking year when the Giants, even though the Giants ain't good, but when it's football and basketball, and no disrespect to baseball, sometimes the summer can drag sports wise. You know what I'm saying?
True.
When football and basketball is popping.
Life is good.
Up in NY. Up in NY. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, life is good. It's like a different vibe. Like, all right, we all know when this summer was so sad when it came to New York sports because people were bummed out that the Yankees and Mets, two of the highest payrolls, they both didn't even take a whiff of the playoffs. They played horrible. So it was like I was not into baseball at all. After the All-Star break, I didn't watch a single game. I'm not gonna even front with you. I didn't
Nah,
watch a single game. It was
nah.
horrible, bro. It was horrible.
It was really hard to watch. Both,
You know,
especially the Mets. Both of them,
yeah,
actually.
both. You know, both of them. You know, the Mets, because you know we had the highest payroll in baseball. We had so much big expectations after last year, and then look how it ended. We fired Bulk, Showalter, Epler left. You know what I mean? Injuries. We trade this guy. Yo, two of the guys we wind up.
Scherzer and
Scherzer in the World Series. Scherzer in the World Series.
Scherzer
and Verlander was one game away going back into the World
Mm-hmm.
Series. Look at that. Like we blessed them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it didn't work out with us, but we blessed them. And look at them. Scherzer could win another World Series right now with Texas. You know what I mean? So when the Knicks and the Giants come back, it's like, you know, it's like Beanie Siegel. I could fit it in the air. It's like everybody talks. Giants, Knicks, Jets. Everybody talks. That's real town business. When those two teams are doing good, about three teams doing good, whatever, two teams, whatever, it's over. It's over.
It's up. Even the Nets, we're gonna show the Nets some love too. Brooklyn, stand up.
Word up. You know what? Now that you mentioned the Nets before, because I know we're gonna get off the basketball thing, but I became a Nets fan when KD and Kyrie left. I was like, you know what? I like this team. This team that they got now on the court right now. I really like this team.
We gotta start covering the Nets a little bit more. We gotta definitely talk about the Nets a little more.
The
orange and blue just it's different, but
it just resonates different, man. It just resonates different.
You know what I mean? So God bless. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to get back on for the next one. We'll see if time permits, if scheduling permits. Like I said, hit the like, hit subscribe. Shout out to everybody who fuck with us. You got any shout outs before we get out of here?
You know what? Shout out. I like to shout out a couple people. I like to shout out, you know, our dedicated viewers. You know what I mean? Your son is a dedicated viewer. I know some of your people's are dedicated viewers. Some of my people, they've been OD showing me love. You know what I mean?
Yes,
even people that I was surprised hitting me up like, yo, I watch your show, great content. Even to those people that leave us comments under our clips.
I love reading comments. I love reading comments. Even the fucked up ones. I get riled up for a second, and then I bring it down. You know?
Me too. Like you want to snap back at them and be like, you know what? They have their right of their opinion. You know what I mean? They probably didn't watch the full app. They only saw like 2-3 minutes and want to disagree on 2-3 minutes and not watch the full clip. But shout out to those people too. We got love for you too. You know what I mean? We love that. I love reading comments and people saying, yo, I ran into the show. I really love it. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward into your content and watching more. I love that. Shout out to those people too, man. Those are the shout outs I got for today.
I love doing this, man. I'm having so much fun, man. We're just growing. You know, like enjoy the journey, man. Enjoy the road.
Yes,
the road to success. You know, it's great to enjoy the success, but enjoy the road to success. I think we're almost at like 60,000 views, all time. So you know, let's go. Let's keep this popping. Let's keep this bubbling. We're gonna we're going to the top, my brother. I promise you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You said that because I know a quote that I read in the book a long time ago. Sometimes the best part of the journey is the beginning. The humble part of the journey. Yes, the struggle. There you go. That's the adjective I was looking for. The struggle. The struggle is always the most beautiful part of the journey because you see everything. Because once you up there, you know, you just looking down. You know what I mean? Looking down on nobody, but I'm just saying you're looking down because you reached that level of success that you wanted to reach. But climbing that mountain to be the king of the hill, that's the most beautiful part. And people don't see the hard work. Everybody thinks it's easy to just sit down, proper mic, proper camera, and just talk. But behind the scenes,
like
so much more. So much more that goes on. You know,
it's almost like a full-time job. We do this all week long. We're doing this, honestly.
Exactly.
Every single day. You may not see us every day, but we rocking every day. So
exactly. And this is not something that you just turn on. You know, it's literally every day. Us
a lot of prep work.
A
lot of prep work. Yeah.
Exactly. No
technically.
Taking,
everything. You know, technical prep work. Prep work for the games. You gotta know your shit. You gotta, then you gotta the presentation that has to be packaged. Now we could see like you can know all the. You could be the illest sport guy in the world, sport mind in the world, and then present it with a shitty looking package. Nobody's gonna want to watch this shit.
Exactly.
You could have the best look. You could have the best look, but shitty audio. Nobody's gonna want to listen to it. You could have the best look and the best audio, but don't know what the fuck you talking about. So it's a whole. It's all encompassing. It's all. You know what I'm saying. So But yo, fuck all that. Shout out to the motherfucking New York Knicks. New York, stand up.
Stand up, baby.
We going all the fucking way this year, man. Let's go, man. Bless that shit right, man.
Fuck I'm talking about.
We are the New York Knicks.
Where's Shiggy at?
Say go New York, go New York, go.
Go New York, go New York, go.
Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Well, just like that, look who's back in the mix. Straight out of New York City, it's the Red Hot Knicks.
Yo, man, let's toast and get out of here, man. Word up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got dumb hype my phone. What was that? A Cabbage Patch? I don't remember the name. I was like, yeah. Oh my God, so those are the best.
Take it back to Houdini and them niggas. You know what I mean? Oh, my old head niggas. Yo, I ain't Houdini. You know, whatever. Let's go.
Houdini. The
Shout out to Queens.
Word, Queens all day. Shout out to the BX. Shout out to Manhattan. Shout out to Harlem. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Staten. Yo, everybody out here in the New York streets, man. We love all y'all, man. We love all y'all, man. For real, for real.
Max. All right, get this toast popping.
Let's go. All right, so this is another toast to Drunk Sports Talk, to my man Cash, to my man Q out there in Central America, living it up. Can't wait to see you back, my brother. Just shout out to all the people who show us love, and shout out to all the haters. And for them haters, you know, for everybody throwing shots at Jigga, we only got half a ball. Fuck y'all niggas. Peace. Salud. Peace.